For a few seconds, Thong simply stares at his phone. The disconnected call screen felt much heavier than it should have. A small part of him knew there could be a reason. Maybe a signal dropped, maybe Shankar got interrupted, maybe. But before he could finish the thought, laughter echoed through the room. Jenny. She was trying and failing to hide her amusement. Oh my god. She shook her head. Your husband hung up on you? Thong gripped on his phone, tightened it. Jenny laughed again. That's embarrassing. The principal immediately frowned at Jenny, but she ignored the warning. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with your problem. Thong looked away. His forehead still hurt. His head was already a mess, and Jenny's words weren't helping. Maybe even he knows you are impossible. Enough, the principal said sharply. Jenny shrugged. I am just saying. Thong remained silent. For the first time all day, he didn't have a comeback because a tiny, annoying voice in his head was asking the same question. What if Jungkook really didn't want to get involved? They had only been married for some months. Jungkook had work, responsibilities, a busy life, and now Thong was sitting in the principal's office because of another fight. Jenny noticed the hesitation in his eyes and immediately pressed harder. Aren't husbands supposed to support their partners? The principal slammed a file onto the desk. Jenny stopped. She finally felt quiet, but the damage was done. Thong looked down at his phone. The screen remained dark, no callback, no message, nothing. His stomach sunk a little. The principal noticed the change in his expression. Kim Thong. Thong looked up. The principal's voice softened slightly. One disconnected call doesn't mean anything. Thong forced a small smile. Maybe. The principal leaned back. Call again. Before Thong could answer, his phone suddenly vibrated. Everyone's eyes dropped to the screen. Incoming call. Jungkook. Jenny's smile immediately disappeared. Thong's eyes widened, and for the first time since entering the office, he felt a tiny bit of relief. He quickly answered the call. Hello? Before he could say anything else, Jungkook's voice came through the speaker. Thong. The tone was unusually serious. My phone died for a second. A buzz. Then, now explain why you casually told me you are in the principal's office? Thong immediately straightened in his chair. Across from him, Jenny looked annoyed, and that call had come back. The principal folded his arms and listened. Thong laughed nervously. It's not a big deal. There was a long silence from the other side. Jungkook finally spoke. Whenever you start a sentence with it's not a big deal, it becomes a very big deal. The principal had to hide his smile. Thong pouted. It's just a misunderstanding. Thong? Why are you in the principal's office? Thong glanced at Jenny. Jenny glares back. It's complicated. Good, I have time. Thong sighed. Then he quickly explained everything. The argument, the basketball, the fight, the principal calling Gajan. The more he talked, the quieter Jungkook became. When Thong finally finished, there was complete silence. Jagya? Still silence. Jungkook? Finally. How bad is the cut on your forehead? Thong blinked. That's what you are worried about? Answer the question. It's small. That's not an answer. Thong sighed. It blinked a little. The silence returned, which somehow felt forced. Then Jungkook spoke. I'm coming. The words were simple, but they instantly made Thong's chest feel lighter. Really? Of course, really. Jenny rolled her eyes. Jungkook continued. Stay where you are. Okay. And don't start another fight? Thong immediately looked offended. I don't start fight. The principal raised an eyebrow. Jenny snorted. Jungkook said, that's exactly what someone who start fight would say. Hey, I'll be there soon. The call ended. Then the office door suddenly opened. A middle-aged man rushed inside. Dad! Jenny immediately stood up. The moment she reached him, she threw her arms around him and started crying again. Dad! Her father looked alarmed. What happened? Jenny sniffled. It's okay. No, it's not okay. He gently healed her shoulder. Tell me what happened. Jenny lowered her head as if she didn't want to say it. Which surely means her father, more concerned. Jenny, she took a shaky breath. There was a misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? We argued. Her voice trembled, and then he got angry. More tears. I tried to help him. When he got hurt, his father frowned, and Jenny touched her injured lip. I don't know why he hates me so much. The room fell silent. Her father looked at the cut on her lip. Then his expression darkened. Very quietly, he turned it toward Tom. Tom immediately knew this wasn't going to end well. The man walked over, stopping directly in front of him. Did you do this? Tom looked away. The principal stood up. Sir. But the man ignored him. His eyes never left Tom. I asked you a question. Tom remained silent. The truth was complicated. Yes, he had pushed her. Yes, he had provoked him. She had manipulated the situation, but at the end of the day, he had still lost his temper. Answer me. Tom clenched his face. The principal stepped forward. Let's all calm down. Did you do this? The question came again, sharper this time. Tom swallowed. He could feel Jenny's gaze on him. Could practically feel her satisfaction. After several seconds of silence, he finally nodded. Yes. The room froze. Jenny's father stared at him. You admit it? Tom lowered his eyes. Yes. The next second, smack. The slap echoed through the office. Tom said snapped to the side. The room felt completely silent. Tom slowly lifted his hand to his cheek. The sting burned. Even the principal looked shocked. Sir, the principal explained. You cannot. Before he could finish, the office door opened. Everyone turned. Jungkook had arrived, and he wasn't alone. Two bodyguards followed behind him. At first, Jungkook's expression was calm. Then his eyes landed on Tom. The red mark on his cheek. The blood dried near his forehead. The way he was standing there in stunned silence. Jungkook's expression changed instantly. The room suddenly felt colder. Very slowly, he looked toward the man standing in front of Tom. Who did that? Nobody answered. Nobody wanted to answer. Jungkook didn't ask again. He already knew. He walked straight past everyone. Jenny's father immediately recognized him. His face turned off color. His confidence disappeared. So far, it was almost impressive. Sir? Jungkook stopped in front of him. The man quickly bowed. Good evening, sir. The principal blinked. Jenny blinked. Even Tong looked surprised. The man looked terrified. Meanwhile, Jungkook looked anything but pleasant. What are you doing here, sir? The man asked nervously. Jungkook stared at him, then asked a simple question. How dare you slap my husband? The room froze. Jenny's father froze. Jenny froze. The principal froze. Everyone froze. The man's eyes widened. Your husband? Jungkook's expression didn't change. The man slowly pointed toward Tong. Him? Jungkook looked at Tong. Yes. The man's face lost even more color. Meanwhile, Tong immediately walked over. Without hesitation, he grabbed Jungkook's arm and stood beside him. The difference in his behavior was immediate. Moment ago, he had been furious. Now he looked completely innocent, angelic. Yes, Jungkook, Tong nodded. I am his husband. Then he looked at the man. Got a problem? Then the man opened and closed his mouth several times. No words came out. Jenny looked horrified. The principal was trying very hard not to react. Tom, meanwhile, leaned closer to Jungkook and instantly switched into his cutest voice. Shagya? Jungkook glanced down at him. Yes, baby? Tom pointed dramatically at his chin. He slapped me. Jungkook's jaw tightened. Tom immediately continued. And he slapped me because I showed his daughter a place. The room went silent again. Jenny's eyes widened. Tom, what? Tom asked innocently. Then he pointed toward Jenny. She kept bothering me. You are lying. Tom gasped dramatically. See, she does that. Then he turned it to Jungkook, still holding onto his arm, still using that sweet voice. Shagya, she is very mean. Jungkook looked down at him even now, with the cute cut on his forehead and the red mark on his cheek. Tong somehow managed to look offended rather than injured. Jungkook gently tilted Tong's chin. His eyes immediately found a fresh slap mark. The room grew noticeably colder. Who gave you the permission to touch him? The question wasn't directed to Taeyong, it was directed to Jenny's father. The man immediately lowered his head. Sir, You what? Sir, I lost my temper. Jungkook laughed once, a harmless laugh. You lost your temper and slapped a student? The man couldn't answer. Jungkook's gaze hardened. You didn't ask for the full story? You didn't wait for the principal? You didn't act like an adult? The man looked incredibly nervous. Sir, please, no. For the first time, Jungkook raised his voice. The entire office flinched. You put your hand on my husband. The room became silent again. Even Jenny stopped crying. Jungkook looked toward one of his bodyguard, college art. The man's eyes widened. Sir, now. The bodyguard immediately nodded. The man panicked. Sir, please, don't do this. Jungkook ignored him. I trusted you with a position in my company. Sir, please listen. And this is how you behave? The man looked ready to collapse. Sir, I made a mistake. You did. Jungkook's voice was calm again. Too calm. And mistakes have consequences? The principal watched the exchange in stunned silence. Jenny's face had gone completely pale. You are fired. The word hit like a truck. The man froze. Sir, effective immediately. The office became deadly quiet. Sir, please. The man took a step forward. I have worked for the company for years. Jungkook didn't react. Please give me another chance. No. The answer came instantly. The man's shoulders slumped. Beside him, Jenny looked horrified. Dad, Jungkook then turned toward the principal. His expression became professional again. Principal, I apologize for the disturbance. The principal quietly shook his head. No. Frankly, he didn't know what to say anymore. This meeting had become far bigger than he expected. Meanwhile, Dong quietly leaned closer to Jungkook. Chagya, yes, no. My cheek still hurt. Jungkook immediately looked at him. Of course it does. Dong pouted. I think I deserve ice cream. The principal nearly shook her. Jenny stared. Her father stared. Jungkook stared at him in several seconds, then sighed. You got into 3 fights this week. It was only 2.5. 2.5? The basketball was technically a sport activity. Even one of the bodyguards looked like he was struggling not to laugh. Jungkook closed his eyes for a brief moment and opened them again. We are discussing your behavior later. Dong immediately pointed at his forehead. I am a victim? No. Jungkook pointed at the cut. You are an injured troublemaker. Dong gasped. The principal finally understood one thing. Out of everyone in the room, Jungkook was probably the only person capable of handling Dong. Jungkook took slow breath before looking toward the principal. I apologize for all the trouble today. The principal immediately shook his head. No, Mr. John, it's fine. Jungkook glanced at Dong. Also, I would like to apologize on behalf of my husband. Dong looked offended. Hey! Jungkook ignored him. He won't cause any trouble. The principal looked at Dong, then at Jungkook, then at Dong again. Frankly, he wasn't completely convinced. But looking at the calm, intimidating man standing beside him, he simply nodded. It's okay, Mr. John. The principal even bowed slightly. I will personally keep an eye on your husband. Dong nearly burst out laughing. The sight was too funny. Ever since Jungkook had arrived, everyone had become so polite. He covered his mouth and giggled. Jungkook immediately looked down at him. What are you laughing at? Nothing. Dong? It's really nothing. The principal pretended not to hear that conversation. Meanwhile, Jenny and her father remained completely silent. Neither of them looked practically happy. Dong finally moved closer to Jungkook, then tugged his sleeves. Jagya, I'm hungry. Jungkook stares at him. You're always hungry. So, you were in the principal's office for 5 minutes ago. And now I'm hungry. Jungkook sighed. Dong crossed his arms. After all for fighting someone, this body needs energy. The principal blinked. Dong continued confidently. And where does that energy come from? Jungkook already knew where this was going. Food? Exactly. He pointed toward the door. So get me food now. For a second, the room was silent. Then Jungkook laughed. Actually laughed. The tension that had filled the office all day finally erased. You are unbelievable. I know. Jungkook shook his head with a smile. Let's go. Yay! Dong immediately grabbed Jungkook's arm. The two started walking toward the door. But just before leaving, Jungkook stopped. The smile disappeared from his face. He turned it toward Janice. The room instantly became tense again. Janice swallowed nervously. Jungkook's voice remained calm, very calm. If I hear that you are troubling my husband again, he buzzed. There will be consequences. Janice's face paled. Jungkook continued, I am not saying he is innocent. Dong immediately looked offended. Chagya, you aren't. The principal nodded in agreement. Jungkook ignored both of them. But if there's another incident, make sure you are prepared to explain yourself properly. Jenny couldn't even respond. She simply nodded, gave one final look around the room, and placed a hand on Taong's shoulder. Come on, food? Food. Taong instantly brightened. You are the best husband. I know. The principal watched them leave, then looked at the now empty doorway. After everything that had happened today, he came on to one conclusion. The university wasn't ready for Kim Taong, and somehow neither was Jungkook. The next morning, Taong arrived at university feeling unusually cheerful. The moment he stepped through the gate, something felt different, very different. A student walking past him suddenly bowed his head slightly. Good morning, Taong. Taong blinked. Good morning. The student simply smiled awkwardly and hurried away. Taong stood there confused. Then another student passed by. Morning, Taong. Morning. Then another and another. By the time he reached the main building, people were smiling at him, left and right. Some even moved aside to let him pass first. Taong looked around suspiciously. What is happening? His friends arrived a few moments later. The second they saw him confused face, they started laughing. Oh, you haven't noticed it? Notice what? The rumors. Taong froze. What rumors? One of his friends wrapped an arm around his shoulder. Your husband? Immediately, Taong ignored. Oh, another friend groaned. There it is. What? The smile. Taong couldn't help it. His smile became even bigger. What are people saying? His friends exchanged look. Then one of them started continuing on his fingers. Some people think your husband owns half of the city. Some think he is a mafia boss. One person thinks he is secretly a government official. What? And someone said he arrived with 10 bodyguards. It was true. Rumors don't care about facts. Taong burst out laughing. As they continued walking through campus, most students greeted him. Some nodded respectfully. Some smiled nervously. Others simply moved out of his way. Taong felt like he was dreaming. Did you see that? We saw. He moved aside for me. We saw. He actually moved aside. Taong. What? Stop looking so happy. I can't. One of his friends pointed at him. You're enjoying this way too much. Of course I am. The group groaned. Taong proudly puffed out his chest. My husband is amazing. We know. Did you see how cool he looked yesterday? We were there. And everyone was being so respectful. His friends rolled their eyes. Taong continued walking, now with even more confidence than usual. Another student greeted him. Good morning, Taong. Taong waved back dramatically. Good morning. His friend looked ready to disown him. One of them shook his head. His power is getting to his head. A little? A little? Taong grinned. Okay, maybe a lot. The group laughed for the first time in days. University felt peaceful. Nobody was bothering him. Nobody was insulting him. Nobody was picking fights. And if he was being honest, he felt incredibly proud. Not because people were being nice to him, but because whenever people talked about his husband, they spoke with admiration. Jungkook worked hard. Jungkook took care of him. Jungkook came running the moment he called. So, hearing people talk about him made Taong ridiculously happy. A small smile appeared on his face. My husband is coolest. His friend immediately groaned. Oh no, here he goes again. We are about to hear a 2-hour speech about Jungkook. And unfortunately for them, they were absolutely right. Taong was in the middle of the proudly explaining for the 10th time why Jungkook Was the greatest husband alive when something unexpected happened? A figure suddenly rushed toward him before he could react. Third, someone dropped on their knees in front of him. The entire corridor was silent. Tong looked down, his eyes widened. Jenny? Even his friends froze. Jenny looked nothing like her usual confident self. Her eyes were red. Her expression was exhausted. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then Jenny grabbed the hem of his jacket. Please. Tong blinked. What? Please help me. The surrounding student immediately started whispering. What's happening? Isn't it Jenny? Why is she begging? Jenny lowered her head. My father lost his job. The whispers instantly grew louder. Tong's smile disappeared. Jenny continued. I know we have been awful to each other. Her voice trembled. But please, she looked up. Can you ask your husband to give my father another chance? Tong froze. His friends exchanged shocked looks. This was definitely not how they expected the day to go. Jenny tightened her grip on his sleeve. My father has worked there for years. He made a terrible mistake. I know that, and I know I am the responsible for this. Tears gathered in her eyes. But please, talk to your husband. Tom stared at her silently. A few days ago, they had been arguing. Yesterday, they had been sitting in the principal office. And now she was standing there asking for help. The situation felt unreal. Jenny took a shaky breath. Please, Tom, I will apologize. I will stay away from you. I will do whatever you want. Just, her voice cracked. Please help my father. The corridor had become completely silent. Everyone was watching, waiting for Tong's answer. One of his friends carefully stepped closer. Tai. But Tong was still staring at Jenny, thinking. Finally, he sighed. Then crouched down so they were eye level. Get up. Jenny looked surprised. What? Get up. Slowly, she stood. Tong brushed imaginary dust off his sleeves and crossed his arms. I'm not promising anything. Jenny's expression fell, but she looked up hopefully. Tong continued, I can talk to Jungkook. A tiny smirk of hope appeared in her eyes. But the decision is his. Jenny noticed it quickly. Okay. And if he says no, her smile faded. Tong's expression softened slightly. Then you will have to accept it. Jenny lowered her head. After a long pause, she nodded. Okay. For the first time since they had met, and neither of them looked interested in fighting. And Tong friends could only stare in shock because somehow the biggest troublemaker in the friend group had just handled the situation like an adult. That evening, Tong returned home, feeling much lighter than he had the past few days. The moment he stepped inside, Jungkook looked up from the couch. You are home? Tong immediately smiled. I am home. Jungkook opened his arms. Tong didn't waste a second. He practically nodded himself across the room. Oof! Jungkook laughed as Tong settled comfortably beside him. Miss me? A little? A little? Okay, a lot. Tong grinned proudly. That's better. The rest of the evening passed peacefully. No university drama, no principal office, no fight, just the two of them for once. After dinner, they ended up relaxing together in the living room. Tong had somehow stolen half of Jungkook's personal space and was practically lying on top of him. Jungkook didn't even bother complaining anything. He was used to it. Suddenly Tong spoke. Jagya? Something happened today. Jungkook immediately narrowed his eyes. Should I be worried? No. That's exactly what you said before ending up in the principal's office. Tong gasped. Why are you still bringing that up? Because it happened yesterday? Tong huffed. Then sat up slightly. Jenny came to me today. Jungkook's expression changed. What did she want? Tong played with Jungkook's fingers while speaking. She was crying. Jungkook remained silent. She begged me. For what? Tong looked up at him. Her father. Jungkook already knew where this was going. He lost his job. Neither spoke for a few moments. Then Tong sighed. Jagya. Jungkook looked at him. Let's not stretch this any longer. What do you mean? Tong rested his chin on Jungkook's shoulder. Give her father another chance? Jungkook stared at him. Tong continued. I know what he did was wrong. He shouldn't have slapped me. He definitely shouldn't have acted like that. Jungkook nodded. Then, Taeyong shrugged. People make mistakes. Jungkook raised an eyebrow. That's surprisingly mature. Hey, I am serious. Taeyong pouted, then continued. Jenny was horrible. Her father was wrong, but she looked genuinely scared today. His voice softened, and honestly, Jungkook waited. I don't want to keep fighting forever. For the moment, Jungkook simply looked at him. Then a small smile appeared. What? Taeyong frowned. Nothing. No, tell me. Jungkook gently brushed a strand of hair away from his face. I was expecting you to ask for revenge. What? Instead, you are asking me to help them? Taeyong crossed his arms. I'm not that bad. Jungkook laughed. The murder incident says otherwise. That was defense then. Of course it was. Taeyong buried his face against Jungkook's shoulder. I'm trying to be nice. I can see that. The room felt quiet. Taeyong looked up again. So? Jungkook sighed dramatically. So? Taeyong eyes sparkling. So? Jungkook shook his head. Let me think about it. Taeyong immediately smiled. That was a no. But both of them knew it. A few days later, Taeyong was walking through the university campus with his friends. Then he heard someone calling his name. Taeyong. He turned around. To his surprise, Jenny was practically running toward him. His friends immediately became alert. Oh no, what does she want now? But Jenny didn't look angry. In fact, she looked happier than Taeyong had ever seen her. The moment she reached him, she stopped and bowed slightly. Thank you. Taeyong blinked. What? Thank you so much. She looked genuinely excited. My father got his position back. Taeyong eyes widened. He did? Jenny nodded enthusiastically. Yes. A huge smile spread across his face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before Taeyong could react, she grabbed his hand. You are the best. Taeyong immediately pulled his hand back. Okay, calm down. I'm serious. She laughed. My father came home yesterday and told us everything. Taeyong smiled slightly, looking like Jungkook had decided to give her father another chance after all. Jenny looked down for a moment, then her smile faded. Taeyong, I'm sorry. The sudden seriousness caught him off guard. Jenny took a deep breath. I'm really sorry for everything. Taeyong stayed silent. She continued. I was angry and stubborn, and honestly, she laughed awkwardly. A complete nightmare. One of Taeyong's friends immediately nodded. That's true. Jenny groaned. I know. Then she looked back at Taeyong. I kept trying to prove I was right. I kept making things worse. And because of me, her expression became guilty. My father ended up suffering too. Taeyong could tell she meant it. For the first time, there was no fake crying, no manipulation, no acting, just honesty. After a moment, Taeyong shrugged. Well, Jenny looked at him. I wasn't exactly innocent either. His friends immediately burst out laughing. You pushed her into mud. You threw a ball at her. You nearly started a campus war. Taeyong looked offended. Whose side are you on? The truth side. Jenny laughed for the first time. A real laugh, not fake one. And somehow that made everything feel different. Much lighter, Taeyong smiled. Let's just forget everything. Jenny's eyes widened. Really? Really. A relieved smile appeared on her face. Friends? She held her hand. Taeyong looked at it suspiciously. His friends watched nervously. Jenny rolled her eyes. I'm not plotting anything. That's exactly what someone plotting something would say. Taeyong. A group laughed. Finally, Taeyong shook her hand. Friends. Jenny smiled. Friends. From that day onward, things changed. Jenny stopped trying to compete with him. Taeyong stopped looking for ways to annoy her. Then started talking between classes, sharing notes, joking with the same friend group. Sometimes they teamed up to tease other friends, which, according to everyone around them, was a terrifying combination. Looking back, neither of them could believe they had once hated each other so much. But somehow, after all the arguments, misunderstanding, and shows, they ended up becoming surprisingly good friends.